push. Decent. I'm gonna relax. Yeah. Something is definitely unhappy about performance because I keep getting it. I don't think it's FPS drops because I'd have to turn on Reba Tuner. It seems like it looks like FPS drops. I'm thinking it might be stuttering. I think that's what, like macro stuttering, not micro stuttering, but like proper big stutter. A performance monitor will let me know if it's a frame drop, so I'm gonna hold it out. I think it is FPS. R. I saw it dip there, so let's go fetch Reba Tuner. Router can be annoying sometimes, where it refuses to overlay, but I think it is frame rate flash that's happening. Shouldn't, I think, technically make it a micro stutter. No, a macro stutter. Proper big stutter. Oh, the other map. Are you? I'll switch back later. Because I think it's that particular. Something keeps, like, hanging the poor, Scar. So this map seems to be running perfectly. Choose what's performance mod. So yes, I can hold 144 this map for the most. If I go back, it's officially good to test this if before people join. Anyone will join it like time. It's nice to know you can switch the map mid-match and it continues the time. What's that? Okay, yeah, there was one. Okay, a ping dip too as well. It's gonna play north. Up there is one. Another stream. Unfortunately, it's only AI. I'm currently more interested in seeing if this particular map has frame rate problem, because I think it does. Frame rate as in a whiplash. It is. Oh, there was one. That was a stutter. I was hoping that Riva Tuner would enjoy being open mid-application, but it decided it didn't want to do that today, so what is what. Yeah, well, I have a decent PC, but I'm pushing my graphics card within an inch of its life in terms of what it's doing, so I usually will notice, like, a performance issue, because I'll suddenly go from 140 to 100 FPS if there's, like, a small, like, difference. Like, this map is always, like, 100, whereas the harvesting maps, it will stay at, like, 140 the whole time. So, this map absolutely just doesn't run as well. Yeah. Yeah, I like my big frame rate. It makes it easier to aim, because you could just, like, see movement better, you know? In fact, I think with, like, the rotation speed in HunterNet, about, like, 140, it's actually probably pretty close to having, have it be impossible for motion blur. think like 240 would definitely do it with like how slow the rotation speed is. It'd be impossible to get motion blur via your display. Yeah, the deep space one makes sense because there's nothing to render. This map's fairly complicated compared to the other ones in that you have lots of objects as well as like lighting getting cast on them. And it definitely seems like certain parts of the map are like worse than others. Like I think the home base on one team is like very laggy in one spot. I think I'm on the right team right now. I fly back over. Yeah, I think it's this one where it feels like you get big spikes. I think that was a small stutter there. I was getting really big ones earlier. But it's still this map where it's like also, yeah, it's like I don't like the frame rate going from 120 to 100 to 120. It's like there's definitely like resource usage like spiking. It's, when you'd want it to be like pretty consistent as well. It's like minor. Alright. So next map I want the old one. The funny thing, the Harvester map runs better than the old map does, because I assume that this map's still getting the lighting rendering and whatnot. That would be the hope. I got a thing. I can't see it though, because something's broken somewhere with notifications. Unfortunately. Blame Twitch. Oh, and Streamlabs. I also blame Streamlabs. In fact, I want to tab out and see. Yep. Hosting, haha! I found a place where I could see important info like that. I don't think it's worth the cost though. So yes, I'll fix this freaking jank setup one day. Yeah, I'm on New York. Oh, that was a 30, but like I was tapped out, so dips are expected when you tap in out. That's like expected to happen. I was worried about that. All right, cool deal. I'm guessing you have like an older PC you wish you could upgrade, but it's kind of limited. Well, in fact, you're extremely limited. It's like getting any kind of parts. And oh, that'd be like the first laptop I had that was my own then, which got replaced by two different computers, which were each were exponentially an improvement. It's like the second laptop I had actually had a graphics card instead of being integrated only. That was a major improvement. And then the next one had a graphics card that was actually good instead of awful. And then I'm on this PC, which has that same graphics card, but everything else I like upgraded just so it was a lot better than the card is. Because especially if you like playing without the pip, it's like you want like as high of a frame rate as you can get, because that'll just make it easier for you to tell how much to lead just from watching how much a ship moves. It just gives you the best perception. I mean, it also means you can get tricked more easily by people if they're trying to, like, if they know you're aiming without a pip, so they try to juke you with their movement. It actually kind of makes it easier for them to do that in some situations. Kinda. Yeah. Yeah, bad frames. Well, 30 is, like, fine. It's like, bad frames is when you're below 30. It's like, 60 is, like, targeted frame rate, typically. Like, 60 is, like, where the vast majority of people are happy with, and they don't even, like, notice that a frame rate any higher than 60. Because, I mean, the bare minimum is 15. Because at that point, it doesn't even look like it's, you know, motion. It just looks like a bunch of still images slapped together really quick, rather than an actual video. Ten to 15. Yeah, 10 to 15 is like, yeah. And of course, Deep Space works really well. It will. It's almost locked to 144. So yeah. Let's say. Although it does mean when you get good frames, you'll be like amazingly good because. And it means if you ever get lag spikes, you won't care because it'd just be like, oh, it's gone back to normal performance. It's not even a big deal. Especially if you get a pretty decent card, you might be able to like improve your like graphical settings too, which is what I'm hoping to do. I finally replace my freaking graphics card. It's like I kind of need it just for how hard I'm pushing this one. It's like, oh yeah, it's a decent graphics card. It's just not good enough for what I wanted. And I want the better encoding software too. That's like the main benefit I'd get. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. It was a, I mean, well, I'm just working like full time. So I don't like working full time. I don't know how long I'm gonna last. I usually just like working part time, so then I don't go crazy. But it's like now all my time's gone again. So yeah, it's like a lot of people are pretty chill. And if they're not chill, they're doing it more. It's like joke or whatever. Or like basically. Yeah. Hopefully you get a good job and it's not like actually before you get hired you need to have work experience for about 20 years at least. And then we might hire you. We're not sure though. That happens like decently often. That's why you usually want like colleges which do internships or whatever because that it's at least giving you something. If you do well in the internship, that company usually just will hire you because they already know how you work then. So they don't consider you like a risky hire. And just like apprenticeships and whatever. Nonsense like that. Got excellent ping for brief. Okay, so I want to go back to Harvester because he runs better. I'm gonna message Fernando saying that the Primordial map just has frame rate problems. It generally performs worse, and it has massive spiking that happens. Doesn't happen all the time though. It's mostly like when you're moving around the map in some areas where I assume it's unrendering and re-rendering stuff. That's what the issue is. Assumption, I don't actually know. Make a lot of shifts to. Oh yeah, nice. Alright, I'd put on random ship. Like my random ships. It's fun. I believe this is a bomber. I'm in. Oh, yes, I am. Bottom left says what ship you're in. Because I just work minimum wage right now at a college, and I see some of the IT people where all they do is take phone calls from people having login issues, and they're otherwise just sitting around all day. I'm just like, maybe the grass isn't as green on the other side as I think it is. So yeah. Oh, the flak. Yeah, the flak's actually, it's very good at like a whittling weapon. It's just very bad if you're trying to be up close and you want to like, you'll just lose to anything in more DPS. But it's like it's kind of specific in that you need to whittle down people more at like medium to long range, and then it does well. But so it has like a potential. But okay, I got a healing gun. That's gonna undo my hard work with doing damage, unfortunately. Alright. I think the flak's actually pretty good, personally. Because it's the fastest projectile speed, so. It seems like it does, it seems like it almost counters Gatling. For the flak. Like, if you're dealing with someone who uses the Gat and they're pretty good, where they'll just, like, hose you down and you can't, like, evade it well. If you just try to fight them at a distance using a flak, usually you'll do pretty well against them. And I think the main weapon that deals with flak really well is the Vulcan. And then everything else is like its own like balancing, like what weapons slightly better against what other weapon. In the case of Plasma, everything in the game, besides secondary weapons, is generally better than Plasma in any situation. Just because Plasma is just kind of bad. I do miss it. Used to be a P. Oh, that was a frame drop on this map too. Yeah. So that changes how. Oh, big frame drops. It's something going on here. Frame rate drops, but I'm not sure what my favorite weapon is right now. I've mostly been trying to use heavy cannon because it's for me it's pretty hard to use and it drives me crazy. So I find it a lot of fun when it's like it actually works out. I do like the rockets a lot too. Back in a yeah, but I think rocks are my favorite. But the main weapon I'm using right now is heavy cannon. And the weapon I'm best with is the Gatling, so I usually avoid it. It's like we're not learning anything from using a Gat. It's like already pretty familiar. I find the missiles more fun just because you can like you can throw them around more with like your own speed and aim them like that. It's quite fun. Change the mode to free for all as well. Yeah, I like the SRMs just because they're just harassing missiles. It's fun to watch them harass people. Like the LRMs are a little terrifying, but terrifying in that they're pretty easy to dodge, but if you don't, you're kind of screwed. So they're a little. They have a lot of tension to them for me. Yeah. System. It's just on and off. So much different from trolling. So I think it might have a lot to do with how busy the AI are. So if like all the AI are fighting each other and you're in that area, I think there's an issue there. Oh, you got the old girl booted. I think I was hit by stray bullets. I don't even think something was targeting me. Alright, so I got bomber back. That's a really good build. Yeah, also bombers of flak are usually pretty strong as well. Just because they're gonna chip you more than you can chip them. So they kind of have more inevitability if you can't, like, DPS them. There he is. He killed himself. Oh no, I think probably Vulcan. Just because it's kind of the most balanced weapon. Generally, Vulcan. Might change the HVC. But generally Vulcan's the most, like, used weapon. It's popular. Because I think most Elite Dangerous players... Because I think the community is probably right now 60% or more people just from Elite. And then of the 40% people that come from other games, maybe 10% of them are decently active. And the Elite Dangerous chunk is probably the most active segment. Which I technically fall into. Because I played it on Elite on console for about 4 or 5 years. On and off. Until I got, bored of it. So I'm thinking that Heavy Cannon might suddenly, just because it's the most similar to EA's. Even though it's like it's kind of worse than the PA because at least with like the PA, it's like it's a slow enough fire rate that you can time the shots for when you're passing someone versus distancing from them. As Heavy Cannon, it's not slow enough to time your shots, but it's not fast enough to accurately lead somebody with your own tracer. So it's the worst kind of weapon. It's like it's a hybrid weapon. It's like it's the worst of both worlds. You can't lead with your tracer, and it's not a slow enough fire rate so that you can get away with just like poking people. It's like you need to get consecutive hits with it, and that's like how heavy cannons do damage. It's like they require consecutive hits because they have like they have like I think they do have the highest shield down hull damage where 3 shots will completely destroy a light if it doesn't have a shield up. 3 heavy cannon shots will completely destroy it. Because it does so much damage. Yeah, because that's the other thing with the flak. The flak has a good amount of bleed through when you hit something with its shields up. Yeah. Well, they're considered energy-based. The plasma cannon's kind of the same way, where it does the same bleed through as a Vulcan, but when shields are down, it's doing almost 50% more DPS. So it's very good, and suddenly the ship's more maneuverable. I got back to it. It's quite good. Problem with plasma is that it's the projectiles are so slow that you usually get killed by like anything faster, simply because they can evade you better even at close range, and you need to work a lot harder just to get on a... Yeah, I'm in the VC with Days. He doesn't talk much. And yeah, it also... The stream also records any Discord. That was like... I set it up. That wasn't really hard. One time OBS works for me. Or Discord. Yeah, I'd say like... I'm guessing you're on like hard drives. That's usually what will cause like... Well, also if the CPU is weak, that will also like cause your load times to be a lot long. Because you just have to wait on the gosh darn CPU to get up and its job of enabling the other parts of the hardware to run. And if it's from 9 years ago, it's like it's like you probably only have hard drives, which is like when you get like a solid state, it'll be like, yeah. If you really wanted to. Well, if you're going in the IT, usually you get given all the you get first dibs on any old hardware the company doesn't want anymore. So, I mean, you'll be able to Frankenstein some really questionable PCs, but that's like a lot of fun though. It's like from what I hear. Because every now and then someone will have like a nice Quadro card that you get to have, and you'll just be like, "Oh yeah, I can take that." You won't be needing it. I'm just gonna make another server. So you can make a server for every game you play with like the treasure trove of old serverware for any games that don't need like state-of-the-art servers to have a good experience with just like a small number of players. And that's one of the cards I don't recognize because AMD naming schemes are just frickin' whatever they feel like. And only recently do they make sense to an extent. But I think I know approximately. Yeah. Yeah, no. I'll probably look that up in a second. And use everyone's favorite tech website that is absolutely not biased at all against AMD. They love AMD, actually. It's like, yeah, if you need to, like, force hack. You know, just need to. It's like one of the reasons I like biometric stuff. It's like if there's with no backdooring, because it's like this seems a lot more secure. Because it's like, well, somebody needs to be physically present to hack it, and if a hacker was physically present, then it's like it doesn't matter what the security is anymore. They're gonna break through it if they're physically there and they have time. It's like they're gonna hack into it. It's generally how it works. If they have physical access to the frickin' thing. It's like, I like biometrics. And like frickin' passwords, man. Oh, this one's actually a light.
Ah, there we go.
Oh,
I am finally here.
all right. The old PC finally spooled up.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, Jace. How you doing?
I think he's enjoying his calculus still.
Calculus go bird.
I definitely enjoyed all three calculus classes I took, and definitely didn't decide that I was done with math forever. No, that's definitely what.
Have not taken calculus yet.
It's not that bad really. Especially calculus 1. Calculus 1's actually like easier than higher end algebra, which is like the last thing you take and trig. It's like it's a
No,
lot
no,
easier than trig, calculus 1. Calculus 2 gets back to like the same difficulty as trigonometry, because that's when doing integrals for the
we had to
most.
do trigonometry in high school, which was difficult.
Yeah, so when you take calculus 1, it'll be easier. Because
Neat.
it's just going over the more basic, like, fundamentals of calculus, which are pretty easy concepts. And then calculus 2 is really hard because it's like higher end algebra. It's like, alright, this is how you solve, like, the most complicated calculus equations that exist, which require very specific shortcuts to solve, otherwise you can't solve it. Just high-end algebra is like, it's like, oh yeah, this is how you solve this particular equation, and it will not work on any other equation. And it's like, I don't know how you possibly expect me to remember this. It's like, oh, it's that equation, I need to solve it by doing this when you normally want to solve it by doing this, because if you solve it by that, make a mistake.
What happened with my? Oh wow. Okay, my graphics decided to reset. Let's fix this first.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because he added the fast anti-alias and whatnot.
Yeah. Cheaper AA, which is what I'm
Yeah.
using. I want to re-enable FXAA in NVIDIA because it feels like it interferes with like stability.
That wouldn't surprise me.
The only thing I use is like the latency reduction. It's like
I'm getting 180 frames on the main menu. That's actually the most frames I've gotten even on the main menu. Normally I only get 140 frames on the menu.
yeah. Usually I'm like 480, so that means you might be able to get 60. Maybe.
Maybe. Guess we'll find out. No, I'm definitely not getting 60.
Alright.
Wow, why is this looking cleaner than normal? Okay. Normally it gets all blurry because I have the scaling set to 60%, but everything still looks clear somehow, and I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm fine with that.
Scaling might have broken
Oh,
it.
you have random shit parameter on. Alright.
Yeah, right now. That's how like this rounds up.
Alright, so what do I have? Rockets and LRM. Oh, interesting, interesting.
Fun weapons.
Oh, I am not warmed up for this in any way, shape, or form. Jesus Christ.
I like it when I get the bomber because I can actually control it.
That's what I have.
Of having
It's
pitch
weird
and y'all off. Because otherwise I can't control it.
This is the first time I've run the bomber.
It's like some people think the bomber's bad, but they just don't understand how
I know
good.
it's good. I just have other presses. Oh god, I had you in my sights, but you've disappeared. Where the fuck did you go? No.
Around.
You're probably behind me. That's oh, there you are. Okay. Oh, my aim is bad today. Oh, I'm missing all my shots. No. That Vulcan. Wow, alright. That hits pretty well.
Yeah, it's the most balanced weapon.
I may not have the best aim, but I sure as hell can move around like a jackass.
Doesn't help I'm also in a bomber, so... In the ring.
Oh, you're gonna kick my ass. Yep, there it is. I'm so losing this fight. Oh, I got a hit! Yay!
One hit at the end.
I can dodge shots, so I sure as hell can't.
You did the damage tax, so...
Oh, man.
I got taxed.
Oh, I got flak.
Yeah. Like I said, I think flak's pretty good.
Plasma cannon? Bro. Oh, my kill got stolen. No.
Yeah. I love how AI will steal your kills, and I feel like they do it on purpose. It's like, I swear.
Yeah. It tends to happen a lot, doesn't it?
It's like, makes you question, it's like, am I just like bad at like killing stuff? Apparently. Like the whole...
Ooh, heavy cannon. I'm absolutely happy with this.
Still have a Vulcan.
Is that you firing missiles at me, or just an AI?
Probably an AI, because I only have one missile.
Got it. Yeah, you're right there. Oh, good shots.
Yeah, you got the energy down. It's like the time to strike is now. It's like the time has passed.
Ooh, got it.
I think you can repair in this map. I just don't know exactly.
Yeah, you can repair in this map.
I just don't know exactly because I don't think the marker is gonna be on one of the bases. Yeah, it's
do you know the place where you do repair?
Yeah,
in this map?
I do. I just don't know where exactly. So I don't have a marker on one side. He's just free flow.
Oh, I got heavy cannon again.
There we are.
I'm happy with that.
It's gonna repair the ship from the attrition that I've taken.
Oh god, let's not black out. Yes, maneuvering poorly.
I got rockets on a bar. Yay. Oh, yeah, you can do triple rockets on bomber, which is very good at like ganking people when they don't know you're there, because you can usually kill them in one trigger. If you're if you sneak up on, especially in team fights, if like someone's fighting someone else, you can sneak up and just completely destroy somebody if they're not paying attention.
Got it.
It's a lot of fun. It's like, I did that to my friend a lot in team fights, and he was getting so irritated.
Yeah?
Because he'd be fighting someone else, and I'd just sneak up and kill him, like, really quickly, because he'd let all his energy go out, trying to fight whoever he's fighting, and then I'd get him. So that was probably, like, many months ago. That was, like, a patch 7 months ago.
Ah. Yeah, I've got a couple friends that are getting into the game soon, and I am very excited.
It's like the main thing I hope is that people start trying to trick the other parts of the Elite Dangerous community, so all the people who are like trade mains or exploring mains, tricking them into playing HunterNet, because it's like, hey, you don't have to grind anything. It's a lot easier to learn.
Trade and pirating. But I also did pirating, so I had some PvP experience.
Yeah.
Pirating was fun in Elite,
yeah.
at least in my opinion.
It's like I do find it strange that like the way the game is that actually killing your target is usually better for piracy. It's like it's not how piracy's supposed to work. You're supposed to keep your target alive so they can trade more cargo so you can steal from them again later. That's what you should do.
I am.
The game
doesn't. See
doesn't.
my reticle.
Poor reticle. So I have the advantage on this. Well, vaguely have the advantage on this map because I never use it. So I have an advantage.
No.
Stronger on this map. I don't do any better, but everyone I fight is less accurate. It's great.
I am playing like garbage this morning. All right.
I love it.
I'm also not. This is the second game I've ever done without the pip.
Yeah.
It's very different to get used to.
Yeah. Did you ever play PlanetSide 2 then? Because that's the only other main game I know that doesn't have pips for aiming.
Yes, I loved PlanetSide.
Yeah, that game drove me insane.
I did. Years since I played that though.
Yeah, I played it not too long ago for a few months because I had a friend that really loves that game. And he tricked me into trying it out for a few months. And I'm just like, man, I'm just having such a bad time that I might one day be good at this game. But it'll be such a hollow victory that it's not worth it. I'll have nothing but hatred in my soul.
Oh, I've used all my energy because I'm dumb.
Well, yeah, that's like the more frustrating thing with piloting. It's just like the amount of one-hit kill sources when you're in a aircraft and PlanetSide.
Now my goal is to avoid you two because I can essentially be one shot at this point.
Well, good luck evading Daze because he specifically goes after low health targets.
Oh god damn it! I forget about that.
Yeah, he specifically scavenges, so very specifically.
I like to go for high health because I like being in the position of dueling.
Yeah, I go for whatever's closest, and then if
I called it one shot.
Yeah, if I see something that's low health, I'll go after it. But I generally just go after whatever's closest.
Yeah, I just prefer dueling because my whole style is I'm gonna get right up in your fucking face. Like. I don't know, it's just fun for me.
Yeah.
Like, oh yes, nope.
I mean
I am here.
I mean, generally the game's kind of push towards dogfighting and close range. So you could play it mid and long range, but generally you want to play it close range because you're gonna do a lot more damage than you're at medium to long.
Alright, let's see.
Especially if it's like
able to land any shots.
Especially since all the modes are just
Probably should have drifted in front of you.
All the modes are just like you need to kill stuff as fast as you can, so usually just means you end up being in close range.
Ooh. Your rockets are eating me alive, Daze. Oh,
I can't wait for like the new cockpit UI to get done. Cause it's just a little weird having the old UI hacked onto this cockpit so it's functional. Which is what it is. That's why it looks a little weird.
I almost completely chucked that fight against Daze. He landed so many rockets.
Oh, yeah, he's a rock main, so.
No! Daze immediately found me.
He's coming for you.
Oh, good shot, man. Good shot.
I'm perpetually under harassment via AI. It won't leave me alone.
So I'm a bomber, but all I have is plasma cannon.
Oh yeah, that's
No secondary. This is not ideal.
I have a triple weapon build. I have plasma Vulcan flak.
Oh, neat.
This weapons don't really
What's
work
the
well.
button you use for a third weapon?
It'd be Fire 3, whatever that's bound to, and I have no idea what the default is.
Got it.
I just have everything on left mouse, and if I get a strange weapon like SRMs or the healing beams, then I change that one bind back to Q and E. Because I use my mouse for roll instead of Q and E.
I'm playing a bomber right now, and I feel so sluggish after playing light.
Oh yeah. Well, this one was what made me realize the difference between heavy and light. It's like no man, they're actually like completely different for how they fly.
Yeah.
I thought it was just subtle. It's like nah, it's a big difference.
No, I love the way light flies. Even if I do have that
G-force
weaker hull. I don't have too bad G-force issues, especially now because I've started running inertia dampener, so I can do really dumb maneuvers.
Oh yeah. It's like,
but
G-force players vehemently hate the damp.
Huh?
It's like the people who fight you based on they can tell how many G's you're pulling, so they can kind of force you to fly a certain way.
Oh, you got LRMs. I see you. I see you, Days. Oh, you're better with the plasma cannon than I am, so we'll see how this goes. Oh, I've lost you.
Oh. Oh, I found you.
No, no. Oh, I'm getting eaten alive. There it is. Oh, 2 of you on me. That was rough. Only rockets. Alright.
Only rocks.
Only rock. Hello.
Hello, Renzo. I got hit a bunch of times looking over at you joining.
Oh, where are you? Alright.
So many I really don't.
Alright. Hi.
Keeps giving me Vulcans.
It does like to give you Vulcans now, don't it?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh god, I'm so out of practice with rockets. See, this is when I wish I was on light. I could actually maneuver. No.
I was just thinking, it's like I wonder if I can get around in your blind spot.
See, that's why I play light. I like doing that to people.
Yeah, it's fun when you can pull it.
Like, but it's not wanting to give me light. Okay,
There is,
heavy. That's a little
there
better.
kind of is an issue, mostly at the power burning, where most of the time, if someone gets behind you, you can just power burn and you'll be able to reset doing that, the entire duel. So
oh, really?
That's why one of the changes is to make it so that if you're out of energy, you can't do power burn. You can only do the normal boost. I feel like
that would make sense considering it's literally a mechanic that drains your shield.
because the original idea was to make it so that if you power burn with no energy, you took heat damage. But
I have 2 SRM.
Yeah, but no one. I mean, I thought it was okay, but no one else really liked it, so it was just taken out. People found it like too annoying. It's like, who knows? It's like it needs something.
How do you like SRM? Uh-oh, I'm still getting eaten alive.
I found a Renzoi. There's no ROC, by the way. I was just talking to Renzo. There's no repair and kill in case you thought it was on for some reason.
Oh, my game froze. Help. Okay, we're good.
Oh yeah, that does happen on this map too, with like sudden FPS drops.
Yeah. Alright, heavy cannon. Probably still gonna miss all my shots. At least as of today.
Yeah, don't you love fighting where there's no contrast, Renzo? So neither of us can see our own shots. But I do think when I was playing PlanetSide 2, I think I got to being about, like, kinda competent in the ESFs. But never really that good, though. It's just like, well, it was nice to learn, like, a different flight model, but I now know enough about it to know that I hate it. I can, like, explain why I hate it, too. So it's like, alright, we're done here, then. I might try it again if I feel like it'd be fun. For, like, a little bit. It's kind of like the same.
God, I cannot hit Ren for the life of me. Send help. Ren, no.
Yeah, it's what it.
Oh, this is not my morning for this game. Jesus.
As I say, it's like micro-strafing is like the end-all. No, it's not the end-all be-all of like dodging, but like most people can't deal with micro-strafing.
What I can't wait for is the day I can play with a joystick.
Oh yeah, it's really cool. I still prefer mouse, but I like playing with a joystick every now and then just because it has a unique feel.
I like the feel of a joystick. AI just obliterated my target. Neat.
It's like I did a Mortal Kombat finisher. Finished it with a boop instead of a gun. Because Renzo stopped moving because I guess he gave up. So he had no health left. I shot him when he was like already at half. You stole my kill, Days. Get back here. That's what you get. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the random loadout.
Cool.
And I'll play one more round of an LB going off. Just because I want to, like, get lunch and everything before I go to work. I like having a lot of time before work just to chill out, because then I'll go crazy.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that.
So I don't want to... It's the main thing, it's like, I don't want to be still playing a game when I go to work, because then it's like, oh man, I'll need to, like, drag myself at that point. Yeah, so random ships off. Yeah. Want me to reset the AI too. Over there.
Something that's been entertaining recently is figuring out how to write elevator music. Because I was joking around with Ivan a while ago. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna make elevator music. And so now I'm doing that, and it's pretty funny.
Repair and kill's also now. I turned repair and kill on now.
Oh, awesome,
as well.
Cool. I will keep that in mind.
So have you made any good elevator music yet? Did you make any good elevator music yet?
Not yet. Right now it's kind of cringe.
Well, is that the point?
A little bit. I want to go with like traditional elevator music. So like when it was first introduced during whatever the fuck it was, Muzak was the company at the time, and the whole purpose was that it's just bland. And so I'm trying to like imitate that, and it's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fun.
Gotta
Hi,
perfect it.
Ren. Hello. Would you like SRM? Oh, you were landing those Vulcan shots. No, my last heavy cannon didn't hit. Sad. Alright.
Ship is.
There we go. I got a kill. It's actually a player for once. There we go. Alright.
Ah. I feel like that was a little panicky from Renz. Just doing the wiggle. Alright, moderate success. Wasn't what I was going for, but I'll take it.
Moderate success doing what?
I end up ramming Daze and killing myself, but he also died.
Got it.
It's like wasn't what I was going for, but I'll take it.
Okay, I've learned. Harassing people with not LRMs, SRMs is really fun.
It's the whole purpose.
I was killed by an AI.
The weapons exist to annoy people.
Yeah.
It's their whole purpose.
Her whole purpose is to become a mosquito. Oh,
Found you.
You nailed those shots. Granted, I probably wasn't moving much.
It's like I had a great angle where how you were moving, you were moving in like the axis where it was just going closer or further from me instead of like above or below. It's like I was in the right spot for that.
Oh, no. Stop it. Ren. Oh, god damn it.
It's like, although.
Pull up to a fight, Ren just incinerates me.
It's like, I think there's like two strategies with the Gatling gun. Either you, you tap it to like poke people and then you only rev it when you know you're gonna hit them a lot. Or, you can just be so good at aiming with it that you just hit all the time. And so you just only ever rev it. It's like the two ways.
Alright, Ren, your Vulcans are scary.
He's a Vulcan, man.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Target lock detected. No. Where the fuck is the setting? Flight assist off. Didn't realize it still had flight assist on.
Oh no. You don't want it. You want all those axes off, man. It's the drunk way of flying.
Just drifting around people.
Yeah. It's like I thought everything's drift.
Oh. I am not landing shots.
Well, the SRMs make me fly a lot more quick, because I'm trying to make sure they don't poke me. Got another person.
Pressure tool.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Ooh, got a hit. There you go. Having just like timing them so you have constant SR. No, no. Oh, sad.
Yeah.
Those hits were good.
It's like very slowly. Getting better with having the assist stuff.
I'm enjoying assist off. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. To like it. Because I'd say for pitching y'all, I can't see any reason to have it be off. It's like, I'd say the only reason would be if that somehow, if you find it more helpful because it makes leading easier, but it's like, you could accomplish the same thing with the normal, with the assist on, too.
Good shot, Days. Alright.
It's like...
As I have learned, everyone in this call is better than me by a large margin.
Well, that means you'll siphon off our skill by playing against us, and then...
Hopefully.
When you play somebody who is, like, your skill level, you'll just, like, destroy them. Because you're so used to fighting people that are, like, a lot better than you. You just, like... Feels like easy mode all of a sudden.
Yeah. I definitely really enjoy the combat in this game, although I know I am quite bad at it.
That's all good.
But I can also make the argument of still pretty new to no pip.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
But that's not really an excuse for being bad. I'm still just bad.
I mean, it's an excuse in that it's like I haven't learned this yet.
No. Was one shot from taking out Days with it. I just completely missed every shot. Oh man. Dude, rocket hits.
Yeah,
so
the direct
hard.
hits are like... I think it's the only weapon that can do more damage per shot than a heavy cannon. If it directly hits. It has to directly hit. It can't, like, do a near detonation. Which is what it usually does most of the time.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there.
I'm about to die for the day.
You're also about to die, oh god.
Yes. Because it's getting close to where I need to eat, clean up, and then go to work. All the stuff I typically... And then maybe clean one or two things around the house so that I don't have to do it this week.
Let's see, can I hit any shot? And the answer is likely no.
It's a shame I'll have to... But it's how it do be.
Do you know what password remains? Yeah.
It cannot land a single shot. Alright, let's see.
He died by mysterious circumstances. That's unfortunate.
There's some heavy cannon hits. Uh-oh. That's a heal.
Are you going after me? Renzo was about to win. That's why I was after him. So you were helping him out when he was gonna win if he killed me. Your motivations were unclear. It don't make sense.
Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is not my friend.
See, I killed him for the greater good.
I was just, oh, I see crazed. Let's go after him.
The greater good.
I guess looking out now, yeah, Renzolo's about to win. No. Ren, no. I'm being eaten alive.
Oh, alright, he won.
Oof.
That was close. If I would have gotten him, I would have won instead. So I would have gotten 11 points. Alright, that'll be the end of my Strom.
Alright.
It's like, yeah, thanks for showing up. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hope you get that better PC. Because you'll
Yeah,
have such a better
hopefully
time,
soon.
generally, just with everything.